first. Welcome to Fantasy Football Come True Outtake. You can catch us right here every week on YouTube and other social media outlets. You can also catch Fantasy Football Come True every week on Tobacco Road Sports Radio. And that's the show where I'm your host. But Fantasy Football Come True Outtake, this show right here, these guys, B. Foster, Ron Fun, they don't need a host. Why? Because they just don't. That's why. They're going to tell you what the deal is each week, what players they're putting their bread in. So here we go. Fantasy Football Come True Outtake. B. Foster and Ron Fun. B. Foster, take it away, my man.
Yeah, man. Let's start at the top, man. We're gonna start at the top with quarterback. We've been trying to pay down at quarterback all season long, man. It's been a tough road, man. So many quarterbacks out here scoring big time points with Russ and Mahomes and Kyler and Josh Allen, all these big boys, man. But this week I gotta try one more time, man. I gotta go to the Georgia Dome. Do they call it that anymore? Mercedes-Benz Dome in Atlanta, where the Falcons are taking on the Denver Broncos. Typically, when we're in the Georgia Dome, the Mercedes-Benz Arena, Matt Ryan and the Falcons put up points, man. So that means Drew Lock gonna have to catch up, man. The Falcons are what we call a pass funnel. They're pretty good against the run, but they're terrible against the pass, man. So got to retrain our thinking a little bit. Historically, the Falcons have been bad against the run, but this year they're a little better against the run and bad against the pass, man. Drew Lock is cheap, so cheap at 5,200, man. It's really about other players I want in my lineup, other skill position guys I want in my lineup, and I think Drew Lock can do enough to get it done for me. And at 5,200, I'm rocking with Drew Lock this week, man. So I can get these other guys I'm about to tell you about in my lineup. So, second guy I'm gonna give you is gonna be. I'm gonna stay in that same game. My man Hunter Hurst. A little bit of a game stack, a little bit of back and forth here, man. I expect some points here. I got a 50-point total with these two squads, man. So I'm expecting some points. I'm expecting Calvin Ridley to not play this week. Even if he does play, I don't expect him to be 100% healthy, but I'm expecting him not to play. So that means Hunter Henry moves from third on the totem pole to second on the totem pole. And if Matt Ryan's going to throw the ball 35, 40 times a game, that means Hunter Hurst is getting 8 to 10 targets, man. And at 4,100, that's way too cheap for my man Hurst at 4,100, man. He should be priced up there more with like Hawkinson is up there in the 500s. Even I love Fant this week. He's 46. If I can get the Fant, I'd like to do that. But I'm going to go with Hurst, a little cheaper at 4,100. He moves up on the target list with Ridley being out. Hunter Hurst going a little back and forth with my Drew Lock play. And my third one is my man, Tyler Lockett, man. I know it's been hard to pick for us this season. You know somebody's going off of Seattle. You know somebody is. But the question is, who's it going to be? Is it going to be DJ Metcalf? Is it going to be Tyler Lockett? So this week, I'm going to tell you why it's going to be Tyler Lockett. It's not because Russell Wilson has made DK Metcalf happy last week, so he want to make Lockett this week. But hey, if you want to use that narrative, hey, go ahead and use that. But Buffalo has Tre'Davious White. Tre'Davious White is probably the best corner in the league, in my opinion. Either way, if he's not the best, he's top 5, one of the best, one of the last shutdown corners in the NFL. I expect him to be with DK Metcalf, travel with DK Metcalf most of the game. He may not shut down DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf's a beast. But either way, Russ is a smart player. Russ don't care who you are. If I was out there, I might have 3 catches with Russ Wilson out there. Russ is looking for the path of least resistance. So the path of least resistance this week is going to be Tyler Lockett. If I look at how teams have attacked the Bills this year, if I look at Jameson Crowder had over 100 yards on a touch. Cooper Kupp had 2 touches against the Bills. All these guys playing the slot, man. So the slot is a place that you can attack the Bills and have success. That's what Tyler Lockett plays. Again, Russell Wilson, one of his favorite targets, man. Drew Lock, 5,200. Hayden Hurst, 4,100. Tyler Lockett, 6,800. Get those 3 in your cash lineup. You're good to go. Good start for you.
That'll be false. I see where your money going, baby. Drew Lock. Hayden Hurst, Tyler Lockett. Lock it in, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, Ron Fun. What you got, baby?
Hey man, before y'all get on to my picks, man, I got some comments on Brian's picks, okay? And Brian, I've said this before, long time ago, years ago. I said Russell Wilson was working out here with Doug Baldwin and Curse out here, and he made them boys look like superstars.
You're disrespecting Doug Baldwin a little bit, but I'm point is taken. You disrespecting Baldwin a little bit, but your point is well taken.
I said, wait until Russ can get a really, really stud receiver, and he has that in Metcalf and in Lockett. And see, the sky's the limit now with Doug Baldwin.
No, man, you know what? I think it's this coaching staff, man. I don't understand. Listen, Ron. The coaching staff, what was they afraid of? What were they afraid of? The openness we saw last year, Russ gets down. Russ say, what you need from me? You need 30 in the second half? I got you. I got 30 for you. That's the thing. The coaching staff was so afraid to open things up with Russ. It don't matter who's out there. Russ gonna get it done. To your point, it don't matter who's out there. But it was the coaching staff. They were coddling this man like he was still the third round rookie. They're still calling this man. They finally opened the offense up for him. Granted, he has better weapons, but I'm just happy they finally opened up the offense for him and let the man throw the ball.
I understand that. I hear you. But you know, Doug Baldwin's way to create separation out here, he did a little skip at the line, and then he do some little funny little skip that'll throw the defender off, and then Russ has to throw it down out here.
Listen, man. The man ain't do nothing but catch 100 balls for like 3 straight years, man. What you want the man Doug Baldwin to do, man? You I tell you.
I'm just saying, hey, I was more with the commentators with regards to Doug Baldwin. I was with Dion. Was it Dion that was clowning Doug Baldwin out here?
I can't remember, man. But I will say that the 2 weapons he has now are definitely easily far and away the best weapons he's had in his career, man. I'm happy to see them boys open it up a little bit.
Let me clarify. You know, I'm not trying to clown Doug Baldwin. You know, I'm just trying to clarify that Doug Baldwin is not in the same league as Metcalf and Lockett.
I agree.
Successful career. He did have this little hot step at the line of scrimmage.
Listen, man. Listen, a big part of being successful in life is knowing what you're good at and doing that.
Okay.
Don't try. Listen, if you're not a good speed receiver, if you're not a big, contested catch receiver, man, hey, do what you do, man. That's a big part of being successful in life, man.
That's it.
Well, what was successful for Doug Baldwin was catching balls from Russ Wilson. Okay. See, he ain't catch balls from any other quarterback because everybody knew. Yeah, every other team knew.
I ain't mad at you. Russ make you great, man. Russ will make you great.
All right. Getting to my picks. One last thing, man. If y'all listened to our outtakes last week, Brian went through the lineup construction with regards to a Millie Maker lineup. And of course, Millie Maker didn't come out of Ohio like I guessed. But Brian really walked you through how he thought about doing a defense. Because I really was going to just choose the cheapest defense out there. And Brian saved me some money last week. I was able to actually have a quarterback that put up 3 points last week. And I still cashed primarily because I used the Miami Dolphins defense. So, last week Brian was like, hey, just don't go for the cheapest defense, but let's go for the cheapest viable defense based on opportunities and options and things of that nature. But I'm just letting y'all know, listeners out there, he saved you some money if you listen to it. We might not always hit it every week. I can't lie to you. This week 9, and we've given you 3 combos that were the top best combos from 2 wide receiver quarterbacks, and then we've given you quarterback, running back. And we probably got right on another situation. We're not always going to get you right. But over a season, the hot ones we give you are worth tuning in every single week. I ain't gonna lie to you, because if you can hit a tournament the right way, all you need is one tournament. You'll be set for life. We gave you 3 tournaments plus save you some cash money last week. So, anyways, now I'm back to me. You know what I mean? Now I'm back to me.
Yeah, man. I just touch on that a little bit, man. So one of my thinking through that, man, was just to not say I just threw something out there just to come down. The Rams played on Monday Night Football. The Rams were traveling from West Coast to East Coast for a 1 o'clock game in Miami. If we look at the history of West teams traveling east for 1 p.m. games, they typically don't play as well because it's an earlier start for them. You got travel and all that. Combine that with the fact that they played on Monday night, so the week is already short. Combine that with the fact that quietly, my man Brian Flores has put together a top tier defense in Miami. They got one of the highest pressure rates in the NFL, meaning they're pressuring the quarterback at the higher rate than any other team in the league. And then I got Jared Goff, who just doesn't impress me, man. So it wasn't just, let me go down and get the cheapest quarterback. There's some thought that goes into that, man. And like Ron Fun said, man, we know a little bit, man. We know a little bit. And as it gets harder, week 9 is gonna be hard. I'm gonna tell y'all, week 9 is gonna be hard. But those are the weeks I like because it rewards the people who are actually doing work. It rewards the people who are doing research. It rewards the people who are listening to podcasts and YouTube channels and things like that. So, this week is a good week for you guys, man. If you listen to us and listen to any other, it's a lot of analysts out here, man. So, we appreciate you listening. But if you listen and you working, this week is a week you can be successful, man, because the answers aren't easy like they were a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
No doubt. That's right.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. And that's why, going actually to Brian's points earlier on, we like to pay down at quarterback. I know I like to pay down at quarterback, but I've been challenged every single week at paying down at quarterback. Last week I paid down at Garoppolo. Still cash, but I got 3 points with Garoppolo. Another week I paid down for Kyle Allen. He gets injured. I don't think I cashed that week. I got 9 points out of him out of his first quarter. I got to change my religion a little bit, y'all. I might not pay down at quarterback, but I got to buy a reasonable quarterback. And so what's reasonable this week for a cash game in my book is Justin Herbert, 6,800 points. You heard me talk about him before, how fast of a pace the LA Chargers play. And he has great chemistry with Keenan Allen. And they're allowing the rookie quarterback to throw the ball. And for some reason, the Chargers just can't get the job done. So they're always in a close one when it comes down to the fourth quarter. So, Justin Herbert might get some touchdowns at the end. He can also run the ball if he needs to. And, I'm going with Justin Herbert at $6,800 this week. Different than I normally do. But I just can't keep risking it being on the margin with paying down that QB. And I'm going to give you something that everybody else already knows is probably going to be the highest owned guy on the slate. I don't even know why I'm doing this pick. I probably should, because if you're listening, I'm probably disrespecting me by telling you this. Dalvin Cook going against the Detroit Lions. I know it's a divisional game, and people know the tendencies of their division, et cetera, et cetera. But, man, Dalvin Cook just destroyed Green Bay last week. He did it in the run. He did it in the passing game. You got to get Dalvin Cook in your lineup. They're also, especially if Matt Stafford doesn't play for Detroit, if Detroit can't put up points, then Minnesota might not actually need to score a lot of points in the passing game, and they can just hand it off to Dalvin Cook. I know that's a cop out. That's probably the same thing for why you might actually consider Connor. I ain't giving you Connor, but again, Rodney Funderburg loves them Dallas Cowboys, and them mugs just gonna get work this week again. So
you got to bring up old stuff all the time.
And then I'm gonna give you guys my last pick. This is a tournament play. And if you can see it, I'm wearing the Ravens jersey. Didn't mean to at the time, But hey, as fate has it, given that Lamar Jackson had such a bad game last week, nobody's on him this week. Nobody. And he's playing the Colts, which has actually a decent defense. So nobody's on him. So what you're telling me is none of the weapons that Lamar Jackson has are going to be able to get the ball this week. And nobody's going to be on him. Okay. So that's 2 leverage plays in my book for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson going to run the ball more. He might run the ball in the end zone then once he gets near the end zone. That's one leverage play. And the second leverage play is the fact that Lamar Jackson isn't going to be owned by anybody. So for a tournament play, he's coming in at 6,900 points, 6,900 fantasy points. It's going to be the cheapest you ever going to see Lamar Jackson. Maybe the second cheapest if he has another bad game. But in terms of for this year, Lamar Jackson at 6,900 points, I think that's worthy of a tournament look in my opinion. Those are my 3 picks for the week.
Ron Fun, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
You made some money in the market today, man. You keep talking about points, man. You made some money in the market today, cuz.
Everybody made some money today, man.
That's right. That's right. The only question is, was I supposed to get out at 4 o'clock or am I going to let it ride another day?
Given that nobody rided it on Tuesday, the whole market should be going up, man. The whole market. I'm
glad to hear that, man. That's just a little bonus piece. We might start another YouTube channel on some marketplace, but that's another show. We just
no doubt. They ain't ready for all that yet. We can't give them like Don King say. Don't give them now for free what they can pay for later.
We have done really reasonably well with some of the names, and of course, a lot of people have done well with the names we look at. But financially, we ain't slouches there either. All of it comes together: analytics, thinking about stuff, thinking about risk management. It all comes together.
Listen, man, we engineers, man. Everything is about probability, man. Fantasy football is just a probability game, man. What's the most probable thing that's going to happen? We're not going to win every week, but hey, I'm gonna have a greater than 50% chance of winning based on the plays that I'm making and the probability of the plays I'm making, man. It's all math, man. We love football, but it's strictly math plays we making, man. It's 2 + 2, man. That's all.
Yeah,
no doubt. Well, look, you guys heard it right here, listeners. From B. Foster, Ron Fun, they got you down for everybody from Drew Luck to Hayden Hurst to Tyler Lockett. Lock it in. Ron Fun got you Justin Herbert, Dalvin Cook, and even went back to old Lamar Jackson, who had a terrible week this week. But these are all value players, all value. And this is where you can really make your money when it's time. So take heed to it. B. Foster and Ron Fun giving you what they do right here on Fantasy Football Come True Outtake. Make sure you catch our full 30-minute show every Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Show that puts money in your pocket. Fantasy Football Outtake. Y'all be good. Holla at you.